High grade Universal Sentry, Cassie vs Penelope. Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. Huh. Oh god, I've been exposed. I'm a big fat phone. I should just quit now. I suck at this. I'm a shit reviewer. I don't know nothing. I fucking hate myself. I'm a bumbling baboon. Never mind, fix it. Realistically though, thanks for letting me know. Anyways, back to the video. Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. We're now going to be finishing up part 3 of the Cassie vs Penelope Funnel Missile Effect Set. Released in June of 2021, this special box contains both the Cassie and the Penelope. And if you didn't know, I already reviewed these kits previously on part 1 and 2. So if you're interested in those kits, you can check them out on my channel. However, in this video, we will be looking at the extras that come with the set. And what are these extras, you might be asking? Firstly, we have a pair of action bases, a pair of action base adapters, 4 runners of fin funnels, 4 large runners for the effect parts, and finally a sheet of water slide decals for both the kits. And to let you know, there's a crap ton of them. It would be comparable to a Ver kit. I took my time and try not to burn out on these because there's a whole bunch. And this is the end result. This is after applying every single decal the manual told me to. And you're still left with a whole bunch of extras if you want to use them. Quite tedious, but the end result looks very good. Here we have the Penelope all decaled up. Despite the kit being very large and the decals being very small, it actually helps add a lot of details onto the kit. Personally, I find the decals very subtle, but they also stand out because the kit is so white. After seeing this on the Penelope, I say it's a must. Do the panel lining, put on the decals, it looks great. And this also applies to the Cassie. Like the Penelope, it's a very big kit and it's very white. So the decals is a good way of breaking the white apart and adding more detail. And it looks amazing. The decals took a couple hours, and I had help, so try not to do it in one sitting or you'll burn yourself out. However, once completed, the decals on these kits look amazing. Straight build, panel lined, fully decaled up. And if you choose to paint it, even better. Aesthetics aside, what else do we have? Firstly, we have these 2 clear action bases. Although similar in appearance to the action base ones, these action bases come with locks and latches on them, making them much better to support the weight for these kits. They are by far so much more superior than the normal action base ones. I don't know why Bandai doesn't sell these individually. And next up we have 2 action base adapter runners. The larger piece is where the effect parts are going to sit on. The adapter pieces for the Gundams were here, however I popped them off earlier just to display them. Next up we have 4 runners of funnels. It might be hard to see, but they actually come in 2 shades of grey. A darker grey for the Penelope and a lighter grey for the Cassie. You have a whole bunch of them, and you're going to have a whole bunch of effect parts. And speaking of effect parts, here they are. And needless to say, they look amazing. They come in as 4 runners of clear yellow gold looking plastic that reflects light really well. I've never seen effect parts like this before, but they look so good, especially in the light. Time to put it all together. Alrighty, let's begin with the Penelope. Being a larger kit, it might just be more difficult, but we'll see. Hopefully nothing breaks. Firstly, let's grab this adapter. This is where the effect parts will attach to. And if we take a look at the piece, there's a hole here. The hole is for another clear part that extends the adapter. And this part is only needed for the Penelope. You are given 2 of them, but the Cassie doesn't need it. Now let's take the Penelope off the stand so we can remove the base adapter piece off of its crotch. Set this monstrosity to the side for now. Now attach those clear pieces from earlier. Should look like this. Then put it right onto the base. Then the base adapter you just removed from its crotch goes on the base. Okay, now the base part is done. Now grab the Penelope because we're going to put it on the stand. Open up the rear skirt panels, so this gives some clearance for the stand to slide in. Okay, now just try to attach it to the stand. Don't try to force anything in, you might break something, so be a little careful. It might take a couple of tries, but you'll get there. And believe it or not, putting it on the stand is the most difficult part. Everything else is a cakewalk. Once it's fully on the stand, it should look like this. It's quite a heavy model kit, so having this piece here definitely gives it some nice sturdiness. With that done, now we can finally put on the effect parts. Start by attaching the larger gold effect parts right onto the adapter. This is what the funnel effect parts will be sitting on. And as you can see, there are sockets for them. And if I haven't pointed it out enough, they look amazing. Now begin attaching the funnel effect parts. I just follow how the manual tells me to do it. However, there's so many holes. If you want to buy another effect set to add more or just combine it with the Cassie, you can. You could realign or customize it any way you want. And they are also very easy to attach and disassemble. And once you're done with that... Holy shit, this looks amazing. The effect parts provide a really nice contrast to the color scheme of the Penelope, but they're not overbearing and they don't make the Penelope look very busy. And what I mean by that is you can still see the silhouette of the Penelope. Also, how the effect parts are positioned makes it look like it's a blooming flower. All in all, it looks great. Now let's do the same for the Cassie and see how that turns out. This should be even easier just because it's not that big and bulky. And like the Penelope, we're going to need the second adapter. Take them off the stand, rip off that base adapter, then attach the effect part stand to the base and attach the base adapter. Then attach the Cassie onto the base, which is significantly easier than the Penelope. Now time to put on the effect parts, starting with the bigger pieces, nice and easy. I really like the effect part colors, they look so vibrant, and they reflect the light really well. Now just put on the effect parts. I'm still following the manual, but remember you can put them in any way you want. I forgot to mention, even though they're easy to put on, they're very sturdy. I did not have any of the effect parts fall at all. Once you're done, it looks as equally as good as the Penelope. Definitely adds a lot to the kit. It makes the kits look a lot more dynamic. And it's a great shelf piece. Just keep in mind you're going to need a lot of shelf real estate for this. But boy do they look good. They definitely have a really good shelf presence that you simply can't ignore. So, final thoughts on the Cassie vs Penelope funnel missile effect set. In my personal opinion, if you like the design of the mobile suits, have the shelf space to display them, and have extra disposable income, go ahead, grab it. And I'll give you a rundown on the pricing if you were to buy this individually. Keep in mind I'm from Canada, so all the money's in Canadian dollars. The high-grade Universal Sentry Cassie vs Penelope funnel effect set would cost you $264.99 Canadian. If you were to buy the model kit separately, the Cassie is $104.99 and the Penelope is $114.99. So if you have the Cassie, the Penelope, also two action bases, keep in mind the good ones as well, it would cost you $241.96 individually. Tax not included. However, if you spend $23 more and 3 cents for this special effects set, you get a boatload of waterslide decals. That looks pretty good and adds a little detail to the whole kit. And you get some incredible looking effect parts. Remember, this is all based on your preference. My opinion doesn't really matter. Hopefully my video could give you some reference on what to expect. Remember, if you don't like the effect parts, you can just buy the kits individually. Hey, I hope you liked this video. I enjoy making it. And if you watched all 3 parts of my videos, thank you. Hope you liked it. Let me know what you think. Hopefully this video series gave you some information or provided some answers if you were curious about this kit or the effect sets. Thanks again for watching. Bye!